Elite Facts presents.
These celebs all got a little too fat.
1.
Jon Favreau is an amazing scriptwriter and even has some notable acting credits under his belt. The swinger star over the years looks like he joined the witness protection program with how much he's changed. Does anyone really know where he lives? Jon is doing a lot behind the camera work these days. Maybe this rapid weight gain is due to stress? I mean, directing Iron Man 1 and 2, Elf, and also getting an executive production credit on the Avengers and Iron Man 3 has gotta take a toll. You'd think all the superhero influence he was around day in and day out would encourage him to get ripped, but to each his own. Jon definitely went from his semi-stocky build to the build of a 35-year-old gamer. We'll give Jon a pass though, he's making some killer movies. Try to make some healthier choices so you can continue making these blockbusters, Jon.
2.
Steven Seagal is extremely multi-talented. He's an accomplished actor, film director, reserve deputy sheriff, and 7th Dan black belt in Aikido martial arts. Except now Steven Seagal is 63 years old, and he's not the same karate chop and action star he once was. Steven's developed a beer belly these days, and we'd love to watch him attempt one of his prized roundhouse kicks. At this point, Steven might want to reconsider his reserve deputy duties. It would be horrible if he ended up on TMZ, passed out after attempting to chase a perp. We have faith he could make a blockbuster comeback with ripped six-pack abs. Cardio, Steven, cardio. Start with that and work your way back into head-kicking criminals like it's the 80s again.
3.
Those 30 Rock checks had Alec Baldwin living luxuriously, and he got rather hefty. Alec went from the handsome businessman look to the unhealthy, stressed-out businessman. Alec definitely looks pasty and a little greasy in the picture on the right, pure evidence of a poor and unbalanced diet. This was actually another serious health concern as Alec discovered that he was pre-diabetic in May of 2011. Alec was playing a deadly game, literally, but got back to regular form in early 2012. Alec lost a good 30 pounds and is overall healthier. Alec's definitely one of our favorite Hollywood stars, and he's given us another reason to like him, being an advocate to those who wish to be health conscious. Glad you put down your hometown New York-style pizza and picked up a gym membership, Alec. We need you around for much, much longer.
4.
Janet Jackson hasn't been in the public eye for the past couple of years. Walking past the starlet on the right, no one would ever think that it was a little sister of the Jackson clan. It's been a rough past couple of years for the entire family, and we could see why Janet's health wasn't at the top of her priority list. Then again, who wouldn't get lazy when you're set to marry a Qatari billionaire? Since then, Janet went into hiding and magically reappeared back to her slender, sexy self. Janet claims that she didn't cheat during her dieting process and used the Nutrisystem plan to get back to her regular self. Janet is gearing up for what might be a finale tour now and definitely won't be caught with a midsection like some others on this list. I think we could all take a lesson of persistence and resilience from the R&B singer.
5.
Jonah Hill's hilarious. The fact that he came into the world of acting pleasantly plump, lost the weight, and has now packed on even more weight than before is not. Back in 2011, when a slimmer Jonah Hill had become common, he was quoted saying, "I think it's about the work you're doing. Getting in better shape is a sign of maturity. I think you're taken seriously." Apparently, the situation is more serious than what the public thinks. He's not preparing for any roles that require a weight gain at the moment. According to some of Jonah's friends, he threw his diet out the window after breaking up with his nutritionist girlfriend, Brooke Glazer. This particular situation isn't so funny. Jonah's health is in jeopardy, and we don't want to see an obese Jonah rolling down any hills in 23 Jump Street. Get back to juicing and veggies, Jonah. We're used to seeing your svelte figure on the big screen.
6.
Keano has one of the more lengthy resumes in the acting world. This guy's been around since the mid-80s and still has some stuff gearing up for 2016. Keano used to be the essence of what badass is. The glare, the kick-ass martial arts moves, the famous bullet-dodging back bend every kid secretly and adult has tried to pull off. Well, not anymore. Instead of the kick-ass dude everybody wanted to be like, in the pic above he looks like he's overindulged in a more unhealthy lifestyle. Maybe he was trying to fit in with the artsy film crowd and needed to appear less superstar-y. Hopefully Keanu has returned to form and still has work to do.
7.
Did we not see this coming? I mean, Vince Vaughn does kind of have the cartoon heavy-set dad voice already. Now he has the body to match. This guy's Italian, and we all know what pasta does to the physique. Vince is such a cool guy, maybe he's hip to something we don't know. Vince Vaughn is also a Chicago native, and those hot dogs are amazing. Not to mention, Chicago is the birthplace of the deep dish pizza. Can you blame this guy? The future of him and Owen Wilson crashing weddings again are getting slimmer if Vince keeps this up. Regardless, we have no doubt no matter how much weight you gain, you'll be a prominent member of Hollywood. Vince, we need your hilarious antics for many more years to come. Limit yourself with those Blackhawk games.
8,
All the ladies love the cheesy musical Grease. But would they love it if they remade it with the same John Travolta that's on the right? I highly doubt it. Saturday Night Fever would have been just a little less enjoyable as well. John's had issues over the year. Regardless, we still love him, but has had some creepy headlines that have made their way to the public as of late. It's just weird and sort of hurts that the Pulp Fiction actor now dons a dad bod. He's still a hero to most. Even though John is girthy now, he still continues to be a respected actor in Hollywood. Even with the extra weight on him, for the moment, his handsomeness is prepping to grace the screen again in Barbra Streisand's remake of Gypsy.
9,
Kirstie Alley got her big break on the popular sitcom Cheers, playing the feisty Rebecca Howe, who had her fair share of affairs and stares from the fellas. Kirstie Alley has admitted she's battled with her weight several times over the years as well. Even in her fuller figure, Kirstie doesn't look bad at all. Unfortunately, pics like this make it to the press. There's some good news about Kirstie's story though. She lost 100 pounds in September of 2011 and no longer has the hefty build she was sporting in the picture above. Kirstie's actually a spokesperson for Jenny Craig and has lost 30 more pounds. So look who's talking. Us, obviously. But Kirstie got the last laugh. She still continues to battle with her figure and has remained hot even at the age of 64.
10,
Who would have thought that Mr. Goodwill Hunting himself would turn into the guy you would want for him to keep his shirt on? We understand Matt could have any girl he wants, even if he's on the huskier side. Matt is one of the premier actors of our time and has risked his body for roles in the past, but none as of late. He's just a little chubby. Matt's starting to get up there in age. He's now 44, and that metabolism of his isn't what it used to be. Matt even tried to blame co-star George Clooney for his weight gain. He thought George had hired someone to break into his closet and alter a suit he tried on for a function he was attending. He was right to accuse George. He's done it before, but this time his wife had to break the news that he was getting rotund. We do know one thing. If Private Ryan was in the shape he's in now during the filming of that movie, there might not have been a Private Ryan to save.
11,
The 300 star isn't as ripped as the CGI made him out to be. Okay, that's not exactly true. He did drop some weight and swell up somewhat for the Spartan role. We have to admit, Gerard did display what it was like to have a statuesque body. For years after the original movie 300 debuted, guys everywhere were in their local gyms, overlifting, and damn near killing themselves trying to match Gerard's physique. Well, look no further, guys. The 300 star is more human than you think. Gerard went from a six-pack to chubby in a matter of months. This reveals the sad truth of how hard it is to maintain an unrealistic body image. So, we'd like to formally thank Gerard for being a regular guy like the rest of us. Now we finally feel like we could definitely take this guy in a street fight.
12,
Christian Bale has a history of losing and gaining weight for movie roles. In 2004, Christian lost a third of his body weight for his role in The Machinist by living off of apples, coffee, and cigarettes. Not the healthiest options at your local Whole Foods, obviously. He also lost a massive amount of weight for 2010's The Fighter, where Christian played boxer turned drug addict. But this time around, Christian gained over 40 pounds for his role in American Hustle, sporting a full-fledged dad bod. The American Psycho workout regimen seems nearly impossible to maintain, and Christian is living proof. Can't knock the guy for his dedication, though. Let's just hope those drive-thru habits he picked up have dissipated. This version of Batman would definitely have Gotham City up in flames.
13,
We're gonna take this one as a win for the average guys out there. That's right, Ryan Gosling was once fat. If your girlfriend is lusting over Ryan, show her this chubby-cheeked picture. Ryan Gosling supposedly gained 60 pounds in order to make a role more realistic. Gaining that much weight for a movie role takes a lot of strength, but Ryan's dedication actually got him fired from the gig. The director of the movie, The Lovely Bones, saw the pudgy pretty boy on set and fired him right then and there. That has to be rough, being a svelte Hollywood heartthrob turned into burly, unemployed thespian. The movie dropped in 2009, and he was replaced by Mark Wahlberg. He's since returned to his normal self. One day, that metabolism of his will fade, and the average man will rise once again.
14,
Never thought Maximus would be shirtless on the beach somewhere sporting a healthy gut. But yet he is. Russell Crowe recently packed on a whooping 63 pounds. That's a ridiculous amount of weight to gain for his older frame. Supposedly, Crowe put on weight for his role on Body of Lies, in which he plays a portly CIA agent. This is a bold career move and showed off his dedication to being a thespian. We're used to seeing him ripped, ready to kick ass. Russell, now he's shaped like Peter Griffin. Hopefully, the effects of this role don't last too long. Let's hope this isn't a trend that Hollywood is sucked into, turning A-list actors into beer belly uncles. Put down the pie, Russell, and hit up the gym. It's not too late.
15,
Mindy's only 5'4". We'll give her that. Shorter people have a harder time maintaining a slim physique. We all know Mindy is network TV's token Indian girl. But isn't Indian food gluten-free? Okay, that was a low blow. After all, she's from Massachusetts. Then again, those hips don't lie, and we're not talking in that Shakira kind of way. Mindy definitely deserves to enjoy the fruits of her labor after her writing credit on one of the decade's most funniest shows, The Office. But still, we don't want Mindy to be the chubby girl with personality. We want her to be that hot Indian chick with the jokes. Not that there's anything wrong with either or. Matter of fact, her healthier physique still complements her hotness. Hit those Pilates, Mindy. The potential to restore your spiciness is there.
16,
Tyra is a former supermodel that ran the modeling world in the 90s. She was actually the first black woman to cover both a Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue and GQ magazine. Nowadays, she spends her time as a television host and personality. She also started a reality show focused on modeling that gained a lot of popularity, America's Next Top Model. Since she dishes out critiques to young girls about their bodies, it's her turn to face some criticism. Back in her modeling days, the only thing big on Tyra's frame was her forehead, but now that list is longer. Karma has definitely made its way around to bite Tyra in her not-so-slim thighs these days. Instead of fat-shaming the girls on your shows, maybe you should switch your diet and hit up the gym in your house, Tyra.
17,
Hilary Duff was extremely young when she gained her popularity on the Disney program Lizzie McGuire. Usually, chubby child stars have a stigma attached to them and can't find work after they hit puberty. Fortunately for Hilary, she was born with a slim gene and has always had a slender build. Honestly, Hilary's weight gain isn't as crazy as the others, and she actually looks like the average American 20-something. She also did have a child that could have sparked the weight gain, and to push a little harder to trim off the extra pounds. What people don't know is Hilary Duff actually had an eating disorder that went under a lot of the media's radar. So we're gonna switch this up. Hilary, eat a sandwich. Not one, not two, but 3 sandwiches. Actually, you know what? Stick to just 2. We don't want you ending up looking like Honey Boo Boo's mom.
18,
Kelly Clarkson was introduced to the world in 2002 after winning the first season of American Idol. Kelly has definitely enjoyed the fruits of her labor after winning the world-renowned singing competition. Kelly has claimed in the past that her weight fluctuates with the mood she's in. That's a weird statement to make because most people are at their happiest in the midst of a meal. American Idol has always been an advocate of taking normal members of society and exposing their true talents while their looks took the back seat. Kelly has pioneered this generation of heavyset pop singers, and we salute her for it. Maybe we should take it easy on you, Kelly. After all, we like you and your music. No malice on our part.
19,
Christina has had struggles with her weight in the past and is not ashamed of what the critics have to say. She's in an industry that is focused on selling sex, but apparently she doesn't care. She was supposedly quoted saying this to Billboard magazine in 2012. During the promotion of my album Stripped in 2002, I got tired of being a skinny white girl. I'm Ecuadorian, but people felt so safe passing me off as a skinny blue-eyed white girl. Later, she denied ever saying the quote while speaking with Entertainment Weekly. Sheesh, seems like a weight gain and an ethnic issue was on her hands during the time. Christina's wardrobe choice for this particular performance wasn't the most flattering. Luckily, Christina is back to her slim self and looks better than ever.
20,
Jessica's a funny girl who knows how to take a joke or two, so this won't be too hard for her to take if she ever crosses paths with this particular article. In some ways, she sort of has an excuse for her weight gain. During her first pregnancy with her daughter, Jessica definitely packed on the pounds. Usually women gain about 25-35 pounds during their 9-month stint with a child in tow. In Jessica's case, she packed on nearly double the usual at around 60 to 70 pounds. Jessica might have turned into the girl that turned into a blueberry in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Luckily, it was only temporary. Jessica has since then slimmed down, and she gets a pass for her period of chubbiness due to her child. Jessica's back to being her hot self.
21,
Mariah's sort of in an awkward phase. She's in her mid-40s, 45 to be exact, and it looks like she's sliding downhill rather fast. It's nearly impossible to keep a Coke bottle form when your metabolism isn't what it used to be. Mariah is also currently on a Vegas residency. Could there be a pattern going on here? Mariah went from a Selena-esque body to a more winter-ready body type. We're sure other issues led to Nick Cannon slowly backing out of their marriage. He couldn't be that shallow to leave his wife due to physical appearance. At one point, Mariah was eating for 3, a set of twins and herself included. It's hard trying to maintain your body, tour, and take care of a set of twins, so we understand her struggles. Supposedly, Mariah is on the right track these days and is currently dieting and exercising.
22,
Throughout the latter years of her career, her weight has seesawed, with her having children and periodically taking breaks from the entertainment business and whatnot. Britney is currently in the midst of a Las Vegas residency and has supposedly packed on a few pounds. Her audience has been noticing, and her once toned body is raising some eyebrows. There's a couple of pics floating on the interweb of Britney, and they're not so flattering. Britney's midsection is now a little on the heavy side. Britney, we're sure you have a gym in the hotel you're currently staying in. Your residency crowds aren't going to be as nice as we are in the future if this continues. The chatter of the internet should be enough motivation for Britney to get her back into tip-top shape.
Thanks for watching another amazing video, folks. Subscribe for more from Elite Facts.